whose eyes were riveted upon her in anxious curiosity. "The cards tell me." Camillo leaned forward to drink in her words, one by one. Then she told him to fear nothing. Nothing would happen to him or to the other. He, the third, was aware of naught. Nevertheless, great caution was indispensable. Envy and rivalry were at work. She spoke to him of the love that bound them, of Rita's beauty. Camillo was bewildered. The fortune-teller stopped talking, gathered the cards and locked them in the drawer. "The lady has restored peace to my spirit," he said, offering her his hand across the table and pressing that of the card-reader. She arose, laughing. "Go," she said. "Go, ragazzo innamorato." And rising, she touched his head with her index finger. Camillo shuddered, as if it were the hand of one of the original Sibyls, and he, too, arose. The fortune-teller went to the bureau, upon which lay a plate of raisins, took a cluster of them and commenced to eat them, showing 2 rows of teeth that were as white as her nails were black. Even in this common action the woman possessed an air all her own. Camillo, anxious to leave, was at a loss how much to pay. He did not know her fee. "Raisins cost money," he said at length, taking out his pocket-book. "How much do you want to send for?" "Ask your heart," she replied. Camillo took out a note for 10 mil-réis and gave it to her. The eyes of the card-reader sparkled. Her usual fee was 2 mil-réis. "I can see easily that the gentleman loves his lady very much, and well he may, for she loves the gentleman very deeply. Go in peace, with your mind at ease, and take care as you descend the staircase. It's dark. Don't forget your hat." The fortune-teller had already placed the note in her pocket and accompanied him down the stairs, chatting rather gaily. At the bottom of the first flight, Camillo bid her good-bye and ran down the stairs that led to the street, while the card-reader, rejoicing in her large fee, turned back to the garret, humming a barcarolle. Camillo found the tilbury waiting for him. The street was now clear. He entered and the driver whipped his horse into a fast trot. To Camillo everything had now changed for the better, and his affairs assumed a brighter aspect. The sky was clear, and the faces of the people he passed were all so merry. He even began to laugh at his fears, which he now saw were puerile. He recalled the language of Villela's letter, and perceived at once that it was most friendly and familiar. How in the world had he ever been able to read any threat of danger into those words? He suddenly realized that they were urgent, however, and that he had done ill to delay so long. It might be some very serious business affair. "Faster, faster!" he cried to the driver. And he began to think of a plausible explanation of his delay. He even contemplated taking advantage of this incident to re-establish his former intimacy in Villela's household. Together with his plans there kept echoing in his soul the words of the fortune-teller. In truth, she had guessed the object of his visit, his own state of mind, and the existence of a third. Why, then, wasn't it reasonable to suppose that she had guessed the rest correctly, too? For the unknown present is the same as the future. And thus, slowly and persistently, the young man's childhood superstitions attained the upper hand, and mystery clutched him in its iron claws. At times he was ready to burst into laughter, and with a certain vexation he did laugh at himself. But the woman, the cards, her dry, reassuring words, and her good-bye— "Go, ragazzo innamorato," and finally that farewell barcarolle, so lively and gracious— such were the new elements which, together with the old, formed within him a new and abiding faith. The truth is that his heart was happy and impatient, recalling the happy hours of the past, and anticipating those yet to come. As he passed through Gloria Street, Camillo gazed across the sea, far across, where the waters and the heaven meet in endless embrace, and the sight gave him a sensation of the future, long, long and infinite. From here it was but a moment's drive to Villela's home. He stepped out, thrust the iron garden gate open, and entered. The house was silent. He ran up the 6 stone steps, and scarcely had he time to knock when the door opened and Villela loomed before him. "Pardon my delay. It was impossible to come sooner. What is the matter?" Villela made no reply. His features were distorted. He beckoned Camillo to step within. As he entered, Camillo could not repress a cry of horror. There, upon the sofa, lay Rita, dead in a pool of blood. Villela seized the lover by the throat and, with 2 bullets, stretched him dead upon the floor. End of Section 2.